So I got me a mic for my helmet. They didn't tell me I needed the transmitter, so it's stuck at the volume it's at. And I'm talking to myself and people are staring at me, but I thought, well, since I got this thing, I'm gonna go ahead and just yap about whether or not you can start on a GSXR 750. And the answer is yes. Yeah, you can. You can start on it. Oh, all right, let me reset my trip. You sure can. I'll tell you why too, because I started on this bike. Granted, I'm only 6,378, is that what that says? Miles in on it. Okay, let me do that again. That's not how you let out the clutch. This is how you do it. Everybody gonna be saying, this is how you do it. That's how you let out the clutch. For anyone, that's for anyone who is gonna look at that and say, oh, he don't even know how to let out the clutch. My first street legal bike that I got to ride on the street was this GSXR 750. But did I really start on it? Well, no. And I wouldn't recommend just getting, a GSXR 750 or a 1000 or whatever. I wouldn't say go get one if you don't have any motorcycle knowledge, but if you have experience using throttle and clutch and braking on a motorcycle, whether it be a dirt bike or whatever, if you understand how to do that and you have a little bit of experience doing that, then I would say go ahead and buy the leader bike or whatever. I can't speak on 1000s because I haven't owned a 1000. But I've owned a 750, and I've heard that whether people like it or not, there's not that much of a difference at ground speed, I'll say. Obviously, once you get higher up in speed and RPM, those bikes are going to start to show themselves. The point is if you understand throttle control, I guess you could call it, how to control your hand with the throttle and not just go yanking on it. And if you can understand the clutch and how to let out of a clutch and give it gas on a motorcycle, and if you can understand how to stop and use your brakes, if you understand, oh, my turns are going. If you understand the fundamentals, I guess you call it, of how to drive a motorcycle and you have experience doing it, then yeah, you can start on a big bike like this. People who say like, oh, you need a 400 or you need to start on something small, you don't want to, start on something big because you're not experienced, you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna get yourself killed. All of that's kind of nonsense, because it just is. If I didn't go out here and kill myself on it, then you're not gonna either. By the way, no one's gonna watch this video. I'm just trying to yap because I got this mic and I need to test it out. And I'm probably screaming in it because I need the transmitter to turn it down. No one told me that. So there are reasons to not start on a bike like this. Although they're kind of hard to think of why not to. I would say if your end goal is to have a GSXR 750, a GSXR 600, an R6, a CBR 600, SK, double R, whatever. If you're gonna have a bike like this, don't wait to get it. But because you're just gonna waste more time and money buying a R3 or a ZX4R or whatever they call it, ZX4RR. You'll just waste time doing that, because you're gonna get on that bike and you're gonna realize real quick that it's extremely manageable if you already have experience on dirt bikes and stuff. So just skip that and get the big bike, but be careful on it. Don't go out there in the first year that you have it and start going crazy, like you know, putting it in first gear at 50 mile an hour and taking off, popping wheelies and stuff, because you're gonna crash. Another thing is you're gonna make mistakes if you're a beginner, and you don't really want to have your brand new you know, GSXR 750 to pay for that mistake because you just weren't experienced enough. So it's kind of nice to get a low CC, slow, not as meaningful bike, because if you drop it, you know, who cares? I mean, it sucks, but who cares? You know what I mean? This bike for me, I bought it brand new from the dealership, so it was really expensive. Kind of stupid thing to do, but I did it. And well, you know, it's brand new. I owe a lot of money on it, and I don't want to be dropping it and stuff, and I don't want to low side it or whiskey throttle it, as they say, and go crashing into that white car over there. Because it's a brand new shiny bike. I mean, it's got 6,000 miles on it. It's still technically, I mean, brand new. And I don't dog this bike. I don't ream it out, and you know, it spends most of its life at 6,000 RPM and below. I mean, it really does. So don't get me wrong, I use it. I use it. So but it's only when I feel it's necessary, which is, when is it really ever necessary? The answer for that is probably never. But in my mind, I like it because you can get out of your own way. You can get out the way a lot quicker than you can on anything else. Like that turn I just went past back there, or let's say I was pulling out, like here's a little hill. You might not be able to tell on camera, but I'm about to go down this little hill. So let's say, like, by that tree right there, there was a driveway, like right there or something. Or this one right here. Let's say I just pulled out of there and somebody came around this curve not doing 40, they were doing like 90. Well, where am I gonna go? Nowhere. I mean, if you got a slow bike or something, there's nothing you can do. You just gotta hope you can get off the road and that they can avoid you or something. But with this bike, in a lot of ways, as long as you get that bike out there and you get it pointed where you want to go, and all of a sudden here comes somebody barreling down on you, I mean, you're gone. I mean, the second, especially if you're in first or second gear, and assuming you don't spin or something, when you need the power, it's there, and you can, and also with like bad traffic, like traffic don't really exist on these bikes unless you want it to. I mean, yeah, certain states it's legal to lane split, this, that, and the other, but even in states where it's not, it's just a ticket, unfortunately. So if you really want to risk it, and you're like in a traffic jam or something, and there's cars all the way up the road, you can just go in between them, or go up beside them, or go up the shoulder. There's nothing there's nothing they can do about it if they don't catch you. I mean, but, and I don't know, that's just it. Oh, I just hit a bump, but that's just it, really. I mean, you could, it's not like, or I mean, look at me right now. I'm doing 53 in 6th gear, 50 miles an hour, 6th gear. I'm not in danger to accidentally twist the throttle and end up doing like 100 miles an hour. I mean, we'll give it a test, all right? I'm at 6th gear, 50 miles an hour. I'm gonna just blip the throttle just a little bit. I mean, yeah, that's probably not showing it on camera. It's pulling me back. Let me lean forward a little bit. 50, right? And that was almost full throttle. I mean, yeah, it's gonna take off. You can definitely take off to it. But also, you have to be higher in the RPM to really do something. You can't just take off. What they got going on around here? This like ain't even road construction. This just a couple buddies digging up a hole. I've also got 3 dual sports. No, I'm sorry, I've got 2 dual sports. One of them's really my dad's, but I convinced him to get it. The other one's mine. So I've got my GSXR 750. Let me not yell because I know this thing's picking it up. I got my GSXR 750. I've got a Kawasaki KLX 300, and then we've got a, I say we, me and my dad, he has a Suzuki DR650. So we got the DR650, the KLX 300, and the GSXR 750. But what I learned on was a TW200. So I started on that bike just learning, doing circles around the yard. I wasn't ever going fast or anything like that. And let me get a little picture right here for this video. You know what's cool about these bikes? Well, never mind. I was gonna do it here, but there was a turn in here. Definitely breaking the law. I just want a picture. Oh, dang it. This is the wrong side. Never mind. Let's get a picture. You gotta get the thumbnail. Look at that. Look at that. Thumbnail captured. Alright. It is hot today. I might take my bike to work. Look at this guy. I'm actually gonna go out in front of him. He'll be fine. He'll live. So that's what we like about this bike. You can get away from people. Now my ears are ringing because I don't have my earplugs in. I started on a TW200 and I didn't start on the road either. I started in the yard, driving in circles around the house. And through doing that, and I wasn't even tall enough to put my feet on the ground. I had to put the bike up against the porch and then jump off the porch onto the bike after letting out the clutch and getting it rolling forward, and then jumping on the bike and then taking off. So I had to do a lot more than just getting on the bike and taking off. So I got to learn how to do that, you know, how to let out the clutch and give it the right amount of throttle and shift it. I learned how to do that, and after a while I learned the fundamentals of driving a motorcycle, because I can't drive a manual car to save my life. I mean, I've done it, but I don't have a manual. I have an automatic, so I just don't do that. I can do it, but if you put me in a manual car and then you put me on a bike, manual, bike, I'd take off. I mean, you see, I just take off on this thing, no problem. But you put me in a car and you tell me to back up or something or other, it ain't happening. Especially if I'm on a hill or something, you can forget it. So, you gotta learn how to drive a bike. He going to the lake. You gotta learn. I probably can't. I gotta cut that out. I probably can't record people on their property. You got to learn how to operate a bike. Clutch, gas, the right amount of gas, brakes. Don't use a front brake a lot on gravel and other sorts of areas. Don't squeeze the brakes, just add brake, if that makes sense. Learn stuff like that, And if you can figure all that out, go ahead and get your R1 or your whatever, and you'll be fine. And when you're riding with people, and when you're riding without people, but when you're riding with people, don't ride outside of your own comfort level, because you will crash. And if you're riding with a bunch of people and they're on a road and they're like flying up the road, they might know the road, you don't. So like, take it easy. Like this turn right here, you might hit it at 90 and you'd have went over there in the gutter. Oh, see all that? And then you hit stuff like that in the road. You don't want to do that. Other than that, I really don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I probably should have ended this video a long time ago, but I'm just trying to yap because I gotta watch all this back because I just bought the... Is that a cop? What is that? No.